MrBeast is one of the biggest creators on the internet. He has billions of views on YouTube, multiple companies, and a brand built entirely around helping people. He's known for giving away money.
$1,000.
Okay, here's 10 grand.
Thank you so much.
No problem, have a good day. Here's your $10,000. This is your girlfriend's 10 grand. Hey, 20 grand and 30.
Houses.
In this video, we are building and giving away 100 houses. Blindfolds and turn around. Behind you is your brand new home. Oh, I was not expecting that reaction.
Cars, and helping people in extreme situations, and sometimes even solving problems in different parts of the world. Yet, with all this, he still receives a lot of hate from people. In my previous video where I compared iShowSpeed and MrBeast in Africa, I saw a lot of negative comments aimed at MrBeast. MrBeast is trash, yo. F MrBeast. I hate MrBeast so much. MrBeast is a proven scammer. Don't trust anything he does for charity. But these comments cannot be compared to what people said about him on Twitter. Please do not support MrBeast. He is a danger to your children. MrBeast shows nothing but enmity in people through greed and avarice. Pure evil. MrBeast is genuinely one of the most evil people alive today. I mean that. MrBeast and the entire philanthropy as entertainment complex is profoundly depraved, and the fact that they sell the exploitation of poor people for their own personal financial benefit as being virtuous makes it all the more grotesque. So all of this made me wonder, why do people dislike such a guy who is doing all the nicest things even when he doesn't have to? Like if you compared MrBeast to other dumb creators like Aiden Ross, who goes around insulting women and just being a terrible person, or to Neon, who makes his money off of different controversies and hanging around OnlyFans models. To these guys, MrBeast is a saint, but sometimes he still gets labeled like he's worse than the devil. And in this video, we are going to look at some of the reasons why this is the case. Now, we all know that being rich and famous alone is guaranteed to get you some kind of hate in this world. Now, if you add to the fact that one of the main reasons you have a successful YouTube channel is because you give money to desperate and poor people and then earn millions of views from those videos, that hate multiplies. Because at that point, people don't see charity anymore. They see a system and a plan. They see you benefiting from displaying the hardship of others. And even if the help is real and you are really changing people's lives, that doesn't stop people from thinking you have an ulterior motive. And this has led a lot of people to investigate some of the charities of MrBeast. When MrBeast made the video where he cured the blindness for 1,000 people, there were reports that the doctors of the non-profit organization that performed the surgeries did not get paid.
Mission Flight is one of the non-profits that's featured in that video. Our surgeons, our people are performing that work. It only costs us about $2,000 per surgery after consideration of the donated supplies that we received from other organizations. We did 62 surgeries that weekend. That's $124,000. We have yet to receive a penny from MrBeast or anyone mentioned in that video. Like, what is going on here?
The organization that carried out these surgeries for MrBeast was Mission Flight, a non-profit association that carries out work to help people in desperate need. They had done these surgeries for MrBeast in April of 2022, and after not getting the money they were owed, they released a video in February 2024. Keep in mind that MrBeast had already uploaded the video in 2023, which is why they were even concerned and had to release another video with the doctors confirming that they had not received anything.
Any kind of compensation for MrBeast for any of the surgeries in April of 2022?
Nothing related to MrBeast in our projects.
And what about any other clinics, any other dates that we've been doing surgeries in Mexico?
No, any projects? No.
It was almost 2 years without getting payment, so people started sharing these videos until it went viral. And it was not until November 2024 that they actually made a new video stating that they had received payments from MrBeast's team.
Hey guys, Mike from Mission Flight. Big update regarding our video about MrBeast and the eye surgeries. And thank you to you, the online community that helped get the word out. In fact, yesterday, someone from Jimmy's team contacted us and was sincerely surprised that that we had not been compensated. He was pretty shocked and asked what they can do to make things right. I just referenced back to our video where we had done 62 surgeries that weekend. They cost us about $2,000 each, and so they wired $124,000 this morning. So thank you again very much. Thank you to Jimmy and the team for fixing the problem so quickly. And yeah, there was a third party involved with big miscommunications and misunderstandings.
At this point, the public were already against MrBeast because it felt like MrBeast only responded when the internet called him out. 2 years was just too long for a billionaire like MrBeast not to ensure that these doctors were paid. Another charity-related controversy that showed up was when one of MrBeast's biggest haters showed that MrBeast used CGI to make a hospital in Nepal look bad than it actually was. This was done so that when he would renovate the hospital, it would look like he did more work to rebuild the hospital than the actual work which the team did.
Is that he has faked parts of his philanthropy videos in a way where he's making it look like they did more than they actually did. You know, for one example, there's like moss growing here, which is...
Yeah, it looks more decrepit.
Yeah, and it's like the concrete's breaking down right here. There's like holes in the roof. There's like all this random crap.
But in the real shot, there's no moss. Yeah. There's no decrepit.
So in this opening shot, where MrBeast says, "This is what the hospital looked like a month ago," they digitally removed the entire hospital to make it look like they built the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, they did that to make it look all broken down and decrepit, adding all these, like all this trash, like this looks like a PlayStation 2 ground.
And also in the video where he built 100 wells in Africa, it seemed like he repeatedly showed old wells multiple times.
In multiple shots, you see the same wells listed as different wells. Well 29 and 67 were the same. He also said he built a bunch of wells in Kenya, but then showed wells that were clearly built in Zimbabwe.
Now, even if the total number of wells was correct, repetition in editing made some people feel like the video was trying too hard to sell the impact rather than letting the work speak for itself. And even though we all know that MrBeast is actually doing a lot of good in these videos, the other side that the viewers saw made it look like he was not being genuine. None of this takes away from the fact that MrBeast has helped thousands, if not millions of people worldwide, but you can understand why his critics judge him negatively. Now, aside from the issues of charity, MrBeast has also been criticized for the way he goes about his business ventures. For a guy who portrays himself as a humble person who does not care about money, the way he promotes his business seems to say otherwise. For instance, this was how he chose to promote his chocolate brand Feastables.
This is made with real white chocolate, and this is not. Real, actual white chocolate like we use comes from cocoa butter. And if you look at every single ingredient in Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bar, you won't see cocoa butter. In fact, instead of cocoa butter, they use vegetable oil. This is not a white chocolate bar. This is a candy bar that everyone thinks is a white chocolate bar. The proof's in the pudding. Look at the difference in the color of the two. Now let's do a blind taste test to see if people prefer real white chocolate or vegetable oil.
Honestly, I think Hershey's bars just taste like shit, to be honest. And yeah, I think they just have the shelf space and no one really competes with them. And I think it's time someone just comes in there and it's like, shut up, you boomer.
To let everyone know that Feastables is the best tasting chocolate you can buy. Stop eating Hershey's and other boomer brands. Feastables is modern chocolate.
This has made people question how this business style relates to making better videos, which he always said was his ultimate goal, because he's clearly doing this to make sure he sells more chocolates than his competitors, which means more money. But he keeps insisting that he does not care about money and only cares about making good videos.
I started looking into you after my daughter introduced me, is that you invest so much money into the show.
Money I make. I don't, why do I need money?
So you don't like go crazy? You don't have a Ferrari or anything nuts?
No. I think living your life chasing like a nicer and nicer car and a bigger and bigger box to live in is kind of like a dumb way to go about life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually, funny enough.
And the funny thing about downplaying the other chocolate brands is that his own chocolate is not 100% safe either, because when both chocolates are consumed in excess, they are going to make you sick, regardless of if they are made of cocoa butter or vegetable oil. More controversies would surface when he partnered with Logan Paul and KSI to introduce a new product called Lunchly. Now, Lunchly was marketed as a healthier, modern alternative to Lunchables, a popular packaged meal brand often targeted at kids. The idea of Lunchly was to offer quick, ready-to-eat meals with better ingredients, more protein, and a cleaner image fashion. He obviously could not launch his new business without insulting the already existing competition of internet health experts because of how often they kept claiming that Lunchly was very healthy and safe for kids. I mean, calling processed cheese, processed meat, and a heavily caffeinated drink like Prime, all placed in one box filled with chemical preservatives, safe was not the wisest option. Several articles were even written about the product, highlighting that it was not as healthy as it was being presented.
So then, is it healthier or not? Well, the problem is, it doesn't matter, as the box is officially classed as a UPF, which are linked to cancer and obesity.
And because they fall into the category of ultra-processed foods, they aren't healthy to consume often, period.
And ultimately, the final straw for Lunchly was when multiple people posted videos online claiming they found mold inside the Lunchly boxes.
Opened it up to see that the cheese inside is really moldy and disgusting. Like, look at this. This is just disgusting. Imagine giving Lunchly to your kid and they open it up and just see it's covered.
Are you serious? Oh no!
I'm opening this and this is molded. Like that's mold. That's mold. You guys, this is...
MrBeast would give a valid explanation for this.
Once it leaves your factory, you know, a truck that's delivering it could technically take a sharp turn and a box fall and puncture the seal, or honestly, even something as dumb as like when it's put on the shelves at the store. Like, I can't stop someone from walking to Walmart and grabbing a Lunchly, going to the potato chip aisle, putting it there, and then like a day later, an employee going, that doesn't belong there, and put it back. And like, I mean, obviously they shouldn't do that. They should throw it away. Of course. But like, so there's no mold when it leaves our factories because that's just stupid. Why would we ever let that happen? But after that point, you know, there are variables that we just can't control.
But more cases of mold would still show up, and considering that this was mainly for children, coupled with how his partners, Logan Paul and KSI, responded.
Yeah, like I like my cheese moldy, bro.
Lunchly quietly faded out of existence. Now, you would think that after all the backlash that MrBeast received from promoting food products, he would take a step back. Nope, he doubled down. He went on to promote lab-grown chickens.
Which brings us to Upside Foods that has literally produced hundreds of thousands of pounds of chicken meat without killing a single chicken. Dude, I don't understand.
When we took cells from a chicken egg in 2018, we cracked an egg, we took a small amount of cells, and we froze them in this that goes down to -80.
Wow. And you've used those cells to make hundreds of thousands of pounds of chicken meat.
Step 2 is we take those cells, we gently thaw them out.
Oh my gosh. This is simulating a chicken's body. This is protein, fat, sugar. I'm literally feeding the chicken cells over there so they can multiply into chicken meat.
That's right, yeah. Through this, you'll see chicken cells just swimming and swimming in there.
And the critics started raining in. MrBeast is promoting lab-grown meat to children. The elites could not convince adults, so now they are targeting children. This is satanic. Bioengineered food for the masses, while the elites dine on the real world. MrBeast is just the friendly face for a very dark agenda. They want us disconnected from nature and dependent on their lab-grown simulations. First the mind, now the DNA. Stay vigilant. They don't call him MrBeast for nothing. These satanists are everywhere. Lab-grown meat should be illegal. Not surprising Bill Gates was an early investor in it. And to be honest, a lot of the negative feedback was pretty valid, especially when you consider the ongoing controversies around lab-grown meat, ultra-processed foods, and GMOs. There are real conversations happening right now about what lab-grown meat means for human health, how it's regulated, and whether we actually know enough about its long-term effects. Some people worry about chemical processing, others worry about cancer risks, and some people just don't like the idea of food being grown in a lab instead of coming from nature. In America, several US states, including Alabama, Florida, Indiana, Nebraska, and Texas have enacted laws banning or restricting the production, sale, or distribution of lab-grown meat in order to protect traditional agriculture. So this is not just online paranoia, because even governments themselves are still unsure.
Quote here, Texans have a God-given right to know what's on their plate, and for millions of Texans, it better come from a pasture, not a lab. It's plain cowboy logic, he says, that we must...
And while MrBeast was getting all these hits, people also started pointing out that he had recently partnered with the Rockefeller Foundation.
Rod Shaw, president of the Rockefeller Foundation. I'm here today with Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast. How's it going? And we are together, the Rockefeller Foundation and MrBeast, launching a great new partnership together.
Yes, we're going to try to inspire the youth all around the world, change lots of lives. Lots of big projects coming up. We'll tell you more about it in the future, but I'm honored to be working with the Rockefeller Foundation, and let's change the world.
Jimmy! Jimmy!
This level together, and we couldn't be more excited. Thank you.
Jimmy! With the song, why is he putting his finger to like this here? Why, if you're gonna do the rock thing, I'm not gonna do it for the screenshot, but why is he pinching his this part together is weird. This part, that part's strange.
Content has the power to inspire kindness. Joining forces with such a respected and philanthropic powerhouse like the Rockefeller Foundation will help us reach even more people to take action and use creativity as a force for good. Again, Mr. Jimbo is saying with more money, he can do more things, right? That's the only reason he would need to collaborate again with now the Rockefeller family. It's all about money. It's all about getting more funding, more prominence.
Now, MrBeast has flat out denied that the Rockefeller Foundation has any control over him and that their partnership was strictly for the purpose of philanthropy. But that did not stop people from being suspicious, and here is why. The Rockefeller Foundation has been around for over a century, and over time, a lot of alleged controversies and conspiracies have surrounded the family and their work. Some allegations claim that the foundation has been interested in population control, with critics believing that they try to reduce populations in certain parts of the world. Another allegation is that the Rockefeller Foundation conspired to destroy natural and herbal medicine in order to create a medical industrial complex and create a lifelong customer base for drugs produced by pharmaceutical companies in which they have invested in. Now, whether any of these allegations are true or not, they have built a lot of public doubt over the decades. And so when someone like MrBeast, who has a huge following, especially with kids, partners with a foundation that carries all these alleged controversies, it is easy to see why people continue to attack and suspect him. Now, I need to make something very clear. This video was never made to take anything away from the good things that MrBeast has done. He has helped a lot of people, and some of those people's lives were genuinely changed forever. That part matters, and it should not be ignored. The whole point of this video was to explain why his detractors feel the way they do. And one thing that really adds to that feeling is the kind of products he keeps choosing to promote. At a time when people are becoming more aware of the risks surrounding heavily processed foods, especially when it comes to kids, MrBeast is still pushing packaged meals, processed snacks, and chemically preserved products, even going as far as to promote a lab-grown chicken. This makes people very uncomfortable because right now there is a growing conversation about how ultra-processed foods affect long-term health. People are talking about obesity, gut health, hormone issues, and even possible cancer risks linked to certain additives that are being used. The concern is very real for a lot of families. So when someone with as much influence as MrBeast keeps promoting processed food to a young audience, people start asking questions. Why not encourage real food? Why not push simple natural meals instead of boxed or artificially made food? When someone reaches the level of money, influence, and protection that MrBeast has, every single move he makes is going to be judged. In the eyes of the public, he's not just a 27-year-old YouTuber anymore. He's someone who can have a real positive or negative influence on a massive audience. And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think he means any harm. I think he's a curious person like most of us, who is constantly experimenting and pushing ideas. But I would still advise caution. You can watch his content and think for yourself. You can admire his success without turning it into full-on worship. But letting envy make you hate him is not the way to go. In the words of one of the best rappers, if you are broke and clowning a millionaire, the joke is on you. In this case, a billionaire. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video. It really helps the channel more than you think. Also remember to subscribe to get more content like this, and let me know in the comments what you think about MrBeast. Are you part of those who like him, or are you on the other side? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.